Hello and welcome to Saturday's edition of The Box Seat. I'm Brittany Taylor, filling in for Scott Embry, enjoying the last few days of a well-deserved break in Exmouth. So hopefully we can find a few winners for this Saturday's Belmont Guineas meeting. Conditions-wise, the rail is back to the true position. We've had sunshine forecast for the rest of the week, so we should be racing on a good 4 after a few early showers early in the week, but we have drying conditions until Saturday. Let's take a look at the first event on the program, the Crown Perth Plate, 1,000 metres the journey. It's for the 2-year-olds, and the horse I want to look at in replay is last start winner, Bopping Blue.
100 Bopping Blues, who showed dazzling speed, led the way. The favourite's about to get out around its heels. Ultimate Command and try and peg it back. Here comes Ace Fire. The Great Southerners lengthening stride. The favourite looks to be in real trouble. Bopping Blues going well. Bopping Blues nearing the 100. A length clear. Trying hard is Ace Fire. Pike's hard at work on Bopping Blues. Ace Fire just running around, getting tired late. And Bopping Blues, too brilliant. Bopping Blues.
Bopping Blue has blistering early pace, and we saw him do it at both ends last start. A really nice performance, which justified the opinion that the stable have had of this galloper, and I see no reason why he can't continue on his winning ways on Saturday. The horse I have in for second is Beads. This horse has 2 runs over 1,200 metres to his name this preparation, and I just thought that if a horse like Bopping Blue and Speedy Star Soprano and some of the other speedsters engage, if they go silly, that perhaps Beads can be the one just taking the sit just off them and be ready to pounce late. In for third, I have a debutant. Thomas Magnum is his name. It was a really nice recent trial winner. Travelled super, and I thought finished fairly effortlessly on that occasion. The winning pair put about 6 lengths on the rest of the field in the trial. So very encouraging heading into his debut run. And in for fourth, Star Soprano, jump, run, speedy sort of customer. So my numbers in the first, Bopping Blue, the 1, from the 3, Beads, Thomas Magnum, the 11, and Star Soprano, the 5. Race number 2 is the Tab Touch West Speed Platinum Handicap, 1,400 metres the journey, and the horses that I want to concentrate on in replay are I'm Pretty and Speedy Miss. They ran 1-2 last start. Let's take a look.
At the top of the home straight, Lace Vinsky shaken up in front, led the way by a length and a half to 2. Speedy Miss flying target. I'm Pretty is starting to let down for Pike on the outside. The grey, she's coming home well. Lace Vinsky's gone as Speedy Miss ranges up, grabs the lead. I'm Pretty is in pursuit. It's Speedy Miss in front. Pike has to really get to work on I'm Pretty. I'm Pretty, Speedy Miss. They split it. I'm Pretty wins first up.
Well, that was I'm Pretty first up, defeating Speedy Miss, but I think that Speedy Miss may be able to turn the tables on Saturday. I think she's probably a better horse when ridden a little bit more conservatively. She was on pace there, and I thought it was a really game effort to the line on that occasion. I'm Pretty, obviously, that last start winner. Adam was fairly open in describing the feet issues they have with this horse, and so that just remains a small air of caution for me, is that sometimes it's best to get those type of horses with issues first up before they begin feeling their feet. So that's the reason I have Speedy Miss ahead of I'm Pretty. Take nothing away from that performance that day. In for third, Lord Lonsdale, dropping from a 2,100 metre race back to a 1,400. It's not usually the type of form I like to see, but when you go back to this horse's 2 runs prior at a mile, you're talking behind the likes of Said No One Ever, who obviously won on Wednesday, and Born to Try, who should have won last week. So some nice form there for Lord Lonsdale. And Brother Paddy, a big win down the centre of the track last start, in for fourth. My numbers for race number 2, 2, 1, 4 and 3. Race number 3 is the Morley Growers Market Handicap. This is a nice contest. We are so lucky with the 3-year-olds that we have going around at the moment, and this is a fairly competitive affair, I think. The horse I wanted to look at in replay is Rain of Fire in his first up run.
Covering ground. They're followed by E Always, away from the fence, trying to peg his way through the field. Amasenus called upon's winding up, so's Long Beach. They went to the 200, comes a time, express time. Here's Amasenus out near the middle with Long Beach, both powering down the outside. Amasenus comes a time, and Amasenus on the outside. I thought it might have been.
I thought Rain of Fire was great on return. What we don't see in replay there is just in the early stages of the race, he had the tendency to get a little bit keen in the run. I just think with the edge off him, having had that first up run, that the step up to 1200 metres is going to be perfect based on what we saw of him last preparation, and just to race a little bit more tractably with that first up run under his belt. I think he can give this an almighty shake. From Timely Outburst, this horse is absolutely racing super, beaten by a subsequent Raconteur winner in Graceful Girl last start, and then the run prior was second to the Spruker, so all the right form for Timely Outburst. In for third, last start winner First Law, and for fourth, Vain Tempest, the winner of her last two. So for race number 3, it's Rain of Fire from Timely Outburst, First Law and Vain Tempest. Race number 4 is the happy 50th birthday Grant McCleary handicap. So a very happy birthday to you, Grant. Let's see if we can find the winner in this event. One thing is for certain, there is no shortage of speed. They will go very, very quickly in this 1000-metre scamper. The horse I want to have a look at in replay, we don't have to cast our minds back very far, it's Agent J just 7 days ago.
And then came Apollo, Devoted Star still a day back, and Pateman hasn't turned the reins yet on Pooley. Under the 62, he's making it look good at the moment. Now Agent J popped the big question. It's starting to be tested, Pooley, with 150 to go. Pooley holding Agent J for the moment. Hard at work now on Pooley. On the inside, Pooley, Agent J diving late, makes one last lunge. I don't think got there.
Well, as you saw in replay, Agent J and Pooley absolutely gapped the rest of the field. I liked what Agent J was doing through the line. That was at 1200 metres, which probably was my concern when originally looking at this race. I thought, oh, off 7 days, dropping back to 1000, it probably wasn't ideal given how well he attacked the line and through the line as well. But just looking at the amount of pace in this race, I just think they're going to absolutely fly. And if Keshore Duran can get a really nice run just in behind the speed, this is a horse that has the stamina to come over the top of them. From SUNNYSILK and Drink What You Like, this pair 2 starts ago for SUNNYSILK had a 2-horse war up the straight, and it was SUNNYSILK who got over the top of Drink What You Like. And in for fourth, Dunbar. I'm really, really interested to see the return of this Cerise and White galloper. The last trial was a win, but there's no trial footage, so it's hard to know sort of where Dunbar is at, but I do note that we've had 2 subsequent winners come out of that trial, so perhaps he's the horse that can be flashing over the top of them if they do go really hard, which we expect that they will. My numbers for race number 4 are 1, 2, 3 and 6. Race number 5 is a mile event, the free entry to Belmont Park handicap, and in replay I want to have a look at the race that was won by TIFF Has Spoken, but also keep an eye out on Sluice Box as well as Treasured Crown.
Said thank you very much as Try For Us drives through. TIFF Has Spoken makes its move though. It's starting to run on very strongly. Further back, My Fair Valentine, TIFF Has Spoken, Kerman Rock, Try For Us. Parnham really has to go for work, and Chili is hot is charging home along the rail. On the outside, TIFF Has Spoken coming at it, the favourite towards the inside. TIFF Has Spoken's in front. TIFF Has Spoken. TIFF Has...
Now 4 runners from that race do head to the listed Belmont Guineas on the same card, so I'm happy to side with that form line, and it's a horse that I think got muscled out on the corner and just lost a little bit of momentum when swinging for home, and that's Sluice Box. I thought this horse could run us a race at a bit of each way value here in the 5th event. From TIFF Has Spoken, the horse that won that replay that we did just watch, she's going, or he rather, is going super. Tin Snip up to the mile in for 3rd, and for 4th, Treasured Crown also out of that replay. 11, 7, 2 and 9 for the 5th. Race number 6 is the Amelia Park handicap and the first leg of the quaddie. And the horse we're going to look at in replay is a horse that I did mention on Wednesday's edition of the box seat. I'm really keen to see how Brooklyn PIER steps up to this company. Let's have a look at him winning last start.
3 deep, followed further back by Goes Two Walks, then All Day Session. Last is Captain Charmaine. It's Madame Torio that led them past the 250. Here's Brooklyn PIER erupting on the outside though. Time Scale got off the leaders back. On the outside, Brooklyn PIER from Time Scale as they'd raced inside the last 100. Brooklyn PIER's going better than Time Scale. All interest in that battle for 3rd, but it's a winning return for Brooklyn PIER.
Well, just by watching that replay, you can see why Brooklyn PIER will be well thought of in this market. But isn't quite my on-top selection just because of the jumping grade. I'm with Excellent Dream. However, the reason I didn't choose to show that replay was because you don't see a lot in replay. This is a horse that first up, they planned to go back from a wide gate, and this horse was absolutely bolting in the run and didn't really see daylight. And when he eventually did in the straight, you could see the horse closed off nicely, but this to me was a horse that returned really wanting to run, and you'd expect a lot more positive tactics on Saturday. So it's Excellent Dream on top for me. From Brooklyn PIER, I do really like this horse. It's just the big step up in class, but no doubt I think he can take that step. In for third, Jericho Missile comes out of a race that was won by Leading Girl and should be better suited at 1200. And then in for fourth, Miss Frost. Very talented, but this draw just sees her down the order. For race number 6, 2, 8, 5 and 10. Race number 7 is the Heineken 3 Handicap, and here comes my best bet of the program on Saturday. I want to have a look at the last start effort of AMASENUS.
By E Always, away from the fence, trying to peg his way through the field. AMASENUS called upon's winding up, so's Long Beach. They went to the 200, comes a time, express time. Here's AMASENUS out near the middle with Long Beach, both powering down the outside. AMASENUS comes a time, and AMASENUS on the outside. I thought it might...
32.54 was the final 600 for AMASENUS last start. This mare is absolutely flying, and there's no reason why she can't make it 5 in a line on Saturday. From E Always, finished fourth in that same race that you just saw in replay. I think that galloper has plenty of talent. That's what we saw from him last preparation, the horse they call Donkey. In for third, Queen Brown, had excuses last start when behind Graceful Girl, and in for fourth, Comes a Time, rock hard fit from the Justin Warwick yard. My numbers for race number 7, it's AMASENUS from E Always, Queen Brown and Comes a Time. Race number 8 is the feature of the day. It is the Warroa Belmont Guineas, a mile the journey, and the horse that I want to look at in replay is Billy Ain't Silly.
Billy Ain't Silly, about to let rip, leads the way, kicks 2 in front, she's God to You, gets out off the fence underneath of No Surrender. Then Saleha Pike has gone back to the inside with Graceful Girl. He's zigging and he's zagging his way through. He's now again off the fence, coming at Billy Ain't Silly. Graceful Girl levels up, she hits the front. You're witnessing Pike perfection here in the raconteur. Graceful Girl cantered in, one from Billy Ain't Silly.
Well, what a preparation Billy Ain't Silly has had. He's deep into the campaign, but showed no signs of slowing down in the raconteur. He led them up, gave a strong kick, but was only beaten by the star filly and Graceful Girl. So have him on top for Saturday's Belmont Guineas. The set weights conditions suit. From She's a Charmer, first time at a mile, but the way she was attacking the line last start, another stride and she wins. I think she'll relish the step up to the mile. Try for Us, never out of the money in 6 career starts. I think a horse that we can trust, and all my money in for fourth for the feature. 2, 8, 10 and 12. Race number 9 is the final event of the day, the Ascend Sales Trophies Handicap over 1400 metres. And the horse we're going to have a look at in replay here is Hot Z, finishing second to Shantalk.
Choice to the outside. Serenity Bay is driving right up through the middle of the field as Hot Z reaches the lead at the 300. Hot Z drew about a length in front. Gates of Babylon. Shantalk is picking it up. Serenity Bay behind it. Further back, Special Choice. Hot Z finding Shantalk on the outside. Hot Z, Shantalk. Shantalk, Hot Z in a desperately close go. Shantalk is...
Well, I don't think I'm alone in saying it took a little while to jump on the Hot Z bandwagon. This horse had to be one of the most underrated gallopers going around in WA for quite some time, but I think we've finally woken up to ourselves and are well and truly on the bandwagon, because this is a horse that is just so honest, so consistent, and gets a nice inside draw to, I think, win the final event of the day. The next horse I have in, Comfort Me, will get a good line on the form here. This is the horse that finished head and head with She's a Charmer last start, so we'll get a good guide from the Guineas. Fred Dagg, a horse that we saw in replay there. I think this horse has come back really nicely and up to 1400 metres suits. And in for fourth, Moshard. Hard horse to catch, but you'll know he'll be finishing off strong. Hot Z for me in the last from Comfort Me, Fred Dagg and Moshard. It's now time to nominate my best bets for the Roa Belmont Guineas card, and we have to wait till a little later in the day. I'm going race number 7, AMASENUS. You don't break 33 seconds for your final 600 if you're not flying. I think this mare is going absolutely super. And my second best bet, I'm going Billy Ain't Silly in the feature. He makes his own luck. He's done nothing wrong. Such a consistent galloper, and I think he can take out the listed Roa Belmont Guineas. Hopefully we've managed to find you a couple winners for this Saturday's program. Hopefully we'll see you out at Belmont on track, but if not, it'll be Scott Embry joining you for next week's edition of The Box Seat.